A 17-year-old is murdered in Lamont. Today, 3 people are sentenced for the crime. Supporters of Monsignor Craig Harrison plan to gather this evening. And it's raining cats and dogs outside the 17 News studios. We'll take you to the Unleash Your Love event. This is 17 News at noon. Good afternoon and thanks for joining us. I'm Alex Fisher. We begin with an explosive day on Capitol Hill. Attorney General William Barr faces questioning from lawmakers for the first time since the release of the Mueller report on Russian interference in the 2016 presidential election. NBC's Craig Boswell breaks it all down, and he's on Capitol Hill.
Attorney General William Barr defended his handling of Special Prosecutor Robert Mueller's Russia report and his release of a 4-page summary letter.
This whole thing is sort of mind-bendingly bizarre because I made clear from the beginning that I was putting out the report, as much of the report as I could.
Just hours before today's hearing, news broke of Mueller's response to Barr's bottom-line release. The special counsel sent a letter to Barr expressing frustrations about how his findings were characterized, particularly on obstruction.
He wanted more out there to provide additional context to explain his reasoning on why he didn't reach a decision on obstruction.
It was clear he had some genuine concerns about what you had said and done to that point.
Senate Democrats suggesting Mueller's letter is evidence the Attorney General was misleading, showing favor to President Trump. Barr pushed back.
Mueller had never told me that the expression of the findings was inaccurate.
Republicans focusing on the origins of the investigation and alleged surveillance of the Trump campaign and say it's time to move on.
For me, it is over.
The White House wants to move on, too.
So let's start being honest here. I think it's time to, you know who moved on yesterday? I was in the infrastructure meeting.
The back and forth has heightened Democrats' calls for Special Counsel Robert Mueller to answer questions under oath. This could be the only time lawmakers see the Attorney General. He may refuse to testify tomorrow before the House because of a format disagreement. In Washington, Craig Boswell, NBC News.
3 people convicted of killing a 17-year-old in Lamont will spend the rest of their lives behind bars. The killing happened back in July of 2017 on Paradise Road near Panama Road. That's where deputies say they found 17-year-old Abraham Rubio, who was shot. Rubio died from his wounds. Today, the convicted killers, Juan Montano, his brother Jose Montano, and Giovanni Jasso were sentenced to life for the killing. Some of Jasso's family members spoke after the sentencing.
I give my condolences to the victim's family. I'm sorry that this happened, but our nephew is innocent. The only thing he's guilty of is being at the wrong place at the wrong time, and we're just hurt. We want Giovanni to know that we're by his side and we're not going to leave his side, and we're leaving it in the hands of God.
Judge Charles Brimmer called the killing senseless and said Rubio did not deserve to die. Tonight, supporters of Monsignor Craig Harrison plan to rally around the priest as he faces 2 accusations of sexual misconduct. The accusations were made public within a week of each other, with one incident allegedly happening in Firebaugh, another in Merced. Harrison served as parishes in both cities before he came to Bakersfield. Supporters of Monsignor Harrison are holding a vigil tonight. It is set for 6 o'clock at St. Francis of Assisi in central Bakersfield. The battle to reinstate summer school classes on all BCSD campuses continues, and it appears it's headed to court. As we've reported, the district canceled its regular summer school program this year, opting instead for a modified program. That program is 16 days of summer school funded through a state grant, focused on remedial English and math at 4 schools, but some parents complain their children suffer. So a civil lawsuit has been filed on behalf of 2 students against the district and trustees, alleging they're not complying with the district's local control and accountability plan, which includes summer school on all campuses. The district released a statement. It reads in part, both the California Department of Education and the Kern County Superintendent of Schools office have repeatedly advised that BCSD has and continues to comply with the legal requirements relating to its local control and accountability plan and the modified summer learning program. BCSD, through its attorneys, will vigorously defend against CRLA, GBLA, and LCCR's merit list. Well, thousands of people in need of some fresh kicks will get a new pair thanks to the generosity of you. Guarantee Shoe Center announced this morning 3,000 pairs of shoes were collected during the 27th annual Shoes for the Homeless Drive. The 2.5-week-long drive wrapped up on Sunday, and now the shoes will go to the Bakersfield Homeless Center and the Mission of Kern County.
The community has opened up their closets, loaded up shoes, usable clothing, other little items, and have brought them down to me so I can get them to the people who need them.
Roscoe and Sarah with Guarantee Shoes long ago said, we're a part of this community and we're going to help those that don't have. And so year after year, they make sure that adults and children are cared for. And so we just want to say thank you very much, because this is a business that invests back in our town.
Guarantee says in the past 26 years, its annual shoe drive has netted more than 80,000 pairs of shoes. That's great to see. All right, we're checking stocks now. The Dow Jones right now is down this afternoon, about 29 points. NASDAQ is up 11, and the S&P 500 down 4. All right, let's check oil prices. West Texas Intermediate is at $63.61 a barrel, and Midway Sunset, it is currently at $68.39 a barrel. Well, with the arrival of the spring and summer growing season, many people are starting to spruce up their gardens. As PC Mike Wendland reports, you may want to consider adding a gardening app to the list of those tools that you'll use.
The My Garden app lets you enter your location and gardening interest, and then it will suggest the plants that will grow best based on your yard and climate. Once you've figured out what you're growing, the app can then send you reminder alerts about stuff like when to water. This app is free for iOS and Android. And once your garden is planned and growing, the Gardening Companion app helps you take the best care of your garden and feed and weed your plants. Track your garden's growth by storing photos and notes in the app, and then record the weather so you can compare how your garden did this year compared to last. The app is free for iOS. Grow It adds a social element to your gardening experience. Connect with others to have your questions answered while finding inspiration for your next project. You can drill down and connect with other gardeners who live close to you, which allows you to share information about what grows best in your specific geographic region. It's free for iOS and Android.
Well, would you like more information about all of this? I've made it easy for you. All you have to do is go over to my PC Mike Tech blog. There is my address on your screen. I've built in direct links to everything I just showed you. Till next time, I'm PC Mike Wendland for NBC News.